Hey girls, what's up? My name is Rachel, and my girlfriends call me the blowjob queen. So, as you can imagine, I get all sorts of questions about blowjobs. It's the stuff that everyone wants to know, but not everyone feels comfortable asking. And the one thing I see that happens time and time again is that these untrue stories and these myths about blowjobs develop and they get bigger and bigger, and girls start to worry about them and get confused about them. And this totally kills me because I really want girls and their guys to know the truth about blowjobs and to really be able to focus on giving and receiving great blowjobs so that they're not worried about things that aren't even true. So in this video, what I want to do with you is cover some of the most common myths and give you the real scoop, the real 411, so that you and your guy can focus on having fun and giving and receiving pleasure and not on this stuff that's total nonsense. So myth number one that I hear all the time about blowjobs is that you can't get STDs, which are sexually transmitted diseases, from oral sex. You can. This is not true. It's possible to transmit diseases from genitals to mouth. And I'm sure you probably already know this, but you and your partner should always be safe and aware no matter what kind of sex you're having, whether it's oral sex or another kind of sex, and regardless of how long you've been doing it with each other. So that myth is a definite no-no. It is true. Myth number two is that you can get pregnant swallowing ejaculate. False again. You cannot ever get pregnant just from swallowing your partner's semen. There are other ways to get pregnant, and we can talk about that another time. You probably know what they are, but you cannot get it from swallowing during a blowjob. Number three, this is a myth. You are supposed to be an expert on your partner's genitals. You should know what to do and how to do it from the very first time. Not at all. You need to talk to your partner. You need to know what he wants, how he wants it, where he wants it. Every guy and every relationship is different. So don't be ashamed to be open. Your sex life and your relationship basically rely on this communication and on how well you're able to please each other. So know what feels good for them and know what they want, and don't be embarrassed to ask about it. Myth number four, a guy always wants you to swallow his ejaculate. Not true. First of all, if you're using a condom, which many people do during oral sex, you don't even have to think about the spit or swallow situation because the condom takes care of it. And even if you're in a long-term monogamous relationship and you're not using condoms, you guys will decide together whether this is something you're going to do or not. And sometimes you might do it, sometimes you might not. It won't hurt you, but some girls don't want to do it. Some girls like to do it every single time. But the thing to remember is that a guy doesn't always expect you or want you to do that unless you've discussed it and you know that that's what he expects. So don't assume anything and don't feel like you're doing something that he doesn't want or you're only doing something because he wants it. So you always want to think about that. Myth number five, this is one of my favorites. Ejaculate is a cure-all that when rubbed on your body or swallowed will clear up your acne, give you big breasts, eliminate menstrual cramps, and also whiten your teeth. Come on, I wish any of these were true. I think a lot more girls would be swallowing during blowjobs all over the world. If you believe this one, I could tell you a lot of others, but it doesn't do any of those. Ejaculate doesn't give you bigger boobs. It doesn't get rid of your cramps. It doesn't white your teeth. It really doesn't have any health benefits at all, and it's not harmful either. It is what it is. Myth number six, after oral sex, brushing your teeth will prevent sexually transmitted infections from developing. Believe it or not, it's actually quite the opposite. Because oral sex is more of a risk for the person who's performing the act than the one receiving, flossing or brushing right before or after may make your breath smell minty fresh and nice and clean, but actually it affects the lining of your mouth and your gums and could actually increase the potential exposure of any virus if it is present. So again, you want to talk to your partner, you want to think about condoms and other barrier methods, and you definitely do not need to brush and floss before or after just for those health reasons. Myth number seven, this is one of my favorites also. Semen is low carb. Not really. Semen is made mostly of fruit sugar, which is called fructose, and other enzymes. It's not low carb. It's also not high carb or high calorie or high fat. It is what it is. But it's definitely not something that you want to think about just if you're trying to ingest low carb substances. There's so many other myths out there, and you probably have some of them that you've heard as well. And the thing is, it always burns me to see good people and awesome girls like you get caught up in stories that just aren't true. So, in all seriousness, in case you couldn't tell, my passion is all about sharing what I know with girls just like you so that you and your guy can have the most amazing, incredible, fun experiences imaginable. So, for more information and to also very discreetly and immediately download my guide on all that I know about blowjobs and all that I want to teach you, please visit me at www.rachelseesthelight.com. That's www.rachelseesthelight.com. No more myths, no more lies, no more hype, just the real scoop so that you and your guy can experience some seriously mind-blowing sex and blowjobs. Thanks for listening. Take care and always have fun.